Bine ne-am regăsit, dragi prieteni! Astăzi o să vorbim despre anumite modalități de a ne recăpăta sănătatea. Este un subiect fundamental, diferă așa în mare de domeniul meu principal de interes în realizarea emisiunilor, dar este ceva care chiar mi-a atras interesul și consider că merită să aflați și noastră. Este vorba despre o mișcare la nivel mondial ce urmărește să ajute oamenii să-și recapete sănătatea și această mișcare se numește I want my health back. Asta în românește înseamnă îmi doresc sănătatea înapoi. Și mișcarea a cuprins 80% din populația lumii. Sunt zeci de țări care au patentat un anumit gen de produse despre care o să vorbim și sigur, ele au niște efecte absolut extraordinare, am putea să le numim de-a dreptul magice. Cei care mi-ați urmărit activitatea până acum ați văzut că nu sunt preocupat de a face reclamă. Chiar pot să vă mărturisesc că nu e genul meu. Dar întrucât am experimentat eu însumi aceste produse și le-am simțit efectele foarte pozitive, m-am gândit că este foarte util și pentru dumneavoastră să aflați despre ce este vorba. Deci, pentru această emisiune l-am invitat pe fondatorul companiei, se numește Magic Dichol sau Nano Soma, denumirea, să zicem așa, mai cunoscută printre utilizatori, și numele invitatului este Dr. Richard Presser. Hello, Richard.
Hello, Marvin. Thank you for
Thank
the
you
opportunity.
very much for responding our invitation. So I told to our audience, and now we are going to talk only in English. Just a short mention for Romania audience. Deci, dragi telespectatori, pentru economisirea timpului noastră, o să vorbesc cu invitatul doar în engleză, dar dumneavoastră o să vă apară subtitrare. Deci, o să continuăm doar în engleză. So, Richard, I told to our audience that these products are very efficient. Myself, I experienced them or it, and I felt indeed some amazing effects. For instance, I felt more energetic, more tonic, more optimistic, more confident. I had some, I don't know, arrhythmia on my heart. Sometimes maybe when I was fatigué, tired, or maybe some pressure, emotions. But now the activity of my heart is absolutely excellent. Also, my eyesight is better. I had some unclarity, like wave on my eyes, but now it's much better. And I also had some scars on my skin, very, very small, but I used some gel.
Yes.
I can show what I have with me now. It's Nano Soma spray and Nano Soma gel. And there is also a cream. I don't have it now with me. And I felt some amazing effects. I mean, the improvement of my skin was absolutely fantastic. And almost one day or two, the problem disappeared. So let's start with the beginning. Please tell us something about your experience with this company that you founded, and how did everything start?
Let me first say, although I'm trained as an engineer, have found myself walking a deeply spiritual path for many years, for about 30 years. Not a journey that I really went looking for, but one that came and grabbed me by the scruff of the neck and pointed in this direction. And I can't have understand that my is about amazing time that we are living through, a time that you clearly understand, Marvin, by the messages that you have at the beginning of your show. And it really is time. And so, as I mentioned, I actually have had two sets of products that have come into my life that are about this time, and it was the products I sell, Magic Dichol brand, now in many countries, and the magic really that I've put in the extraordinary relationship that these products have to our bodies, our biology, and beyond, our energy fields. Particle, which is the core of these products, is a nanoparticle in soluble form, nano of polymer. Now, people probably, it's a very common component of our unrefined food, and it's one of the things that gets removed when our food is refined. And you can buy polycopial supplements in food shops around the world because they have a small benefit for levels. But the relationship between that polycosanol and this nanoemulsion is unimaginable. When you put the nanoemulsion polycosanol in the body, triggers or promotes the body to take care of pretty much anything that does not present optimal. And your description of your own experience is very common for people. And so we've been living in a world where our health is being targeted. Back to that. But these products have turned up in this incredible time where we are living in the post, where more and more people are realizing that these so-called vaccines, because it's used to develop, that this whole thing was a psyop, a psychological operation to persuade people to get vaccinated, or I call it jab. And so this was a psyop to get people to do that. And the consequences for people's health from this is very clear. And so, in my opinion, it's no accident that this products, the spray, the gel, and the cream, have turned up in amazing time. So is it the people experience, Marvin? Dr. Raghavan, the developer of these products, or just Raghu as he's widely known, says that first things that are the in the cell, because really the channel by which your nutrition into the cells. If it ain't working, not much is working. And so you're experiencing energy, everybody, but very, very common experience. And similarly, really doesn't matter what the condition that you is, when it goes to work, it will get resolved. It doesn't mean resolved overnight. If you have a health condition, for example, whether it be multiple sclerosis or dementia, Raghu says if you for a long period of time, you need to 3 weeks. So don't expect that if you have a chronic health condition, but keep going. Wonderful example from an American who had sclerosis, just on the edge of being confined to a wheelchair, and she's now got her life back courtesy of this product. And she made a beautiful testimonial video that stories like this. An Indian woman who lives here whose son had quite extreme, is well down recovery these extraordinary products. So it's hard to accept when you put these products in or on your body, it triggers the body to take care of itself. This product is treating healing. It's not what it does. It triggers the body to take care of it because it has that profound relationship with our biology. For example, we have receptors in our cells. It's like the operating system of bodies. This particle, when you put it in the body, it regulates all of them. This is unheard of. Some of them have other ways of it, but let's take the vitamin D, which we know vitamin D turns on critical to our immune system. If a vitamin D receptor becomes overactive, which can happen, we heard about cytokine storms during the COVID time, and you active cytokine storm in your body. So using this product, you can't have a cytokine storm in your body because if the vitamin D receptor begins to get and the body actually proposes to use this little product receptor. So after a year, let's say, you'll find D level is very high because using it. Because it's not using it. It prefers to use this part with the biology. So there's just so many things that go on, like it's hard to imagine. This product triggers the produce its own vitamin C. This is not because it how many million years ago, like prime guinea. But there is another mechanism by which the body can take oxidized C from our food. This is unheard of. And so when you do, body is my vitamin C, and when you do, when this happens, if your body levels of vitamin C, your levels of vitamin C you never get from just throws it away. These are just a few illustrations. I don't want to get too far down this path, but you know, if you go at iwantmyhealthback.com, Marvin Cheryl, that you can go to and look at the information. You can get access to these products. And why have we got this theme, my health, as a powerful message? Severely, intentionally, on so many levels. Some of them that apply in the US and here in Australia, which is where I am, don't apply in Europe. And so in that sense, you're lucky. You don't have fluoride in your water. You do in America too. You've not had GMO.
We have some. Our water is not so clean that you maybe think. We have chlorine and many others. We don't drink water from the
chlorine
from the city.
In terms of impact on the body, fluoride is a neurotoxin. Yes. I won't talk about what it does, but there are many other. If you look at, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, chemicals being sprayed, and the materials that are in those chemtrails are causing severe issues with our health, without question. The impact of the EMF environment we are living inside of is having enormous impact, and we can perhaps talk on another occasion about my other set of products that are that actually come out of Europe. In fact, they're made in Italy. Quite extraordinary. But there are so many food, the jabs, our health is compromised. We've been persuaded to consume away from animals and to use margarine and these false products
food.
compromise health. The truth of the matter is those that are overweight, and I'm in the best condition I could be in, but it's not fats that make us fat, it's actually carbohydrates that make us fat, and this is part of the lies that have been told to us. It goes on. So much has been done to our food to make us unwell, and so understand what has been done to us, and then when you look at what these products do, basically they can give you your health back. And Marvin, what you were describing is just a beautiful illustration. You talk about your heart. I have an extraordinary testimonial from a woman in Australia, actually, who was diagnosed with major heart issues, and she was ready to have surgery for heart complications, and her partner, who called me and asked me if I had something that I might recommend. I said she might try Nano Soma for 30 days. She may not need the surgery, and that's exactly what happened. She had the largest blood clot in her heart that the ever seen, and not working. 30 days later, the blood clot was completely gone, and the valve was about 90% healed.
Yeah, absolutely amazing, Richard. And I think, and we all know, that all these effects with the dysfunctions of the heart appeared especially after the so-called vaccination, after the jab, because the jab had spike protein, and this specifically, it is proven scientifically that it creates clots. And for myself, I want to mention that I am using this Nano Soma only for about 1 month, but I already felt some fast improvements. And as I said in the beginning.
Wonderful. In my opinion, this product is a gift to humanity. It's intended to come forth in this time, and my vision is that everyone who survives this challenging time that we are living through, and I'm not saying everybody will, but those that do, will have to and use the product, because it's just such has such a relationship to our biology. It transforms so much of what's been done to us in various forms. Now, it's not going to happen through the way we are currently selling the products. And at the moment, most people in Africa simply couldn't afford them, but they have just as much you and I do, Marvin. And so that was my vision today. But in my opinion, these products are a gift to humanity, and it's, in a sense, in my view, packaged into that offering that is available to everybody. I have some views about how that can happen, but that's not the subject for today. Important.
Yes.
The profound relationship have with.
I would like to mention for our audience, just as a general view about the effects of this product, there are three types of products. I mean, as I said in the beginning, the spray, spray. So I can show it. It's like this. It has a kapak, and then you press on this top and 5 times in the mouth under the tongue. And the gel is pretty similar.
Marvin, does not have
There
to,
is,
just in the
yeah,
mouth, the spray, not under the tongue, does not have to be. Just in the
okay,
mouth.
yeah, just in the mouth. And the effects that I noticed, I mean, and I also studied a bit because there are some very elaborated scientific studies about this product. So I'm sure, Richard, you are going to get into details. It strengthened the immune system, stimulate the mitochondria. This is the factory of the cells that produces energy, stimulate the production of the stem cells, helps the body to produce and synthesize vitamin C and vitamin D, collagen, and as we already spoke, neutralize the spike protein and increase the size of the telomeres that goes to how do you say you become younger and decrease the cholesterol. This is very helpful in case of diabetes. And one more thing, actually, the principle of these products, as I understood, Richard, is that it helps the body to heal itself. I mean, the body, we were attacked by all this modern society with processed food. The body is in a kind of lethargy, is um, it is very much amorțit. I don't know the word in English. The function is so much slow than normal, and that's why the toxins accumulates. And with this nanosoma is like a chain in a bigger process. It's like a key that unlock the capacity of the body to heal itself. So I wanted to draw a general view, but maybe Richard, we can talk about the ingredients. What does this product to be so efficient?
It's very interesting product. Firstly, the base product spray, and then the spray make the gel, and then the gel is cream. The spray is mostly water. It turns out you have to use glacial meltwater to make this product. If you don't use glacial meltwater, it doesn't work. This product is described in the text, the Rig Veda of 5600 BC. Our ancestors knew about this. And and apparently there are 200 words for Sanskrit. It's how it is. And the specific word that's used in describing the product is the water of Mount Kailash, which is a mountain in Tibet, now China. It's a mountain that's sacred to the Hindus. It is considered to be the earthly home of Shiva. And so their description of the product said you need to use the meltwater of Mount Kailash to make it. And intriguingly, I was invited to go and walk around Mount Kailash about 15 months before this product turned up in my life. It turns out that you can use water from Switzerland, from Norway, from Austria and New Zealand to make this product, all mountainous countries. And the water in Switzerland is treated with ozone. So you can make this product with the water straight out of the tap in Switzerland. And it's been shown to be stable on the shelf when it's made correctly for I think 15 years now. So the spray just stays right. But if you make it with the wrong water, it stops working very quickly. The particle size changes and it stops working. So it's a very fussy product. And so there are other ingredients in the product besides this nano emulsion of polycosanol. You need ingredients to turn it into a water-soluble emulsion. That's necessary.
Richard, just a second, if you allow me. Regarding water, I think it's better to make this mention now instead going to another aspect. Maybe it's important to say that the water can maintain information, as the studies of the Japanese scientist Masaru Emoto showed. The water is intelligent and it can react, and our body is made 70 or even more percent of water, and the water is so important for the good functioning of our body. So I think the water that is kept in a mountain full of information, very old, that comes from another epochs of the world when the humanity was much more pure regarding the environment.
Yes, it could be that. I'm not exactly sure what it is. I have spoken to a master intuitive about this, a fellow Australian, Lorraine Mill, and her view of it is that there is an energy in that glacial meltwater that is not present in other water, and that may be saying exactly what you're saying in different words. But certainly there is something about it that is different, that is necessary to make this product. You try and use any other water, it just doesn't work. I will also say that Dr. Raghavan's Vedic astrologer, who he follows very closely, has said that this product works across 14 dimensions. I don't know what 14 dimensions is, but it's more than this temporal. And certainly we have clear evidence that it's impacting people's energy fields, energy bodies, and so on. And I held a round table with some allopathic medical doctors who are working with this product or these products. And one of those was a psychiatrist who uses these products. And she was talking, she's also able to see people's energy fields. She's a little more than your average psychiatrist. And she said that she could see the changes happening in people's energy fields before it showed up in their bodies. So there is a lot going on here with what these products do. And, very interesting with the gel, Marvin, because what we see when people have a cut, for example, you mentioned on your scalp, cuts heal up ordinarily quick. Firstly, the evidence is that no pathological viruses, fungi, yeast, or bacteria can survive in the presence of this product. So if you put it on a wound of some sort, a cut or whatever, it disinfects the wound. But the second thing that it does is it triggers the production of pluripotent stem cells in the wound. Now, pluripotent stem cells are the base cells that are produced at conception. They can turn into anything. And so a wound heals up incredibly quickly when you put this gel on it. Indeed, if you this product triggers the production of pluripotent stem cells all through the body. So we are told that we don't produce any more neurons after about the age of 13 or so. Well, when you're using this product, that's not true. So we've seen a lot.
Yes, because I want to make a recall for our audience that the cell, how do you say, stem cells are produced in the beginning of our life, but after a specific age, the production decrease, and through these stem cells, all the cells of the body are produced. I mean, the bones, the brain, the heart, everything. And if we have problems with these organs, the stem cells could remake the balance, could improve the situation. And indeed, this nanosoma products can make the stem cells to help the organs again.
Correct. There's a lot of evidence that that is absolutely true. We have many examples of this. As Raghu says, when we have a heart attack, we are told that we will have the scarring of the heart muscle for the rest of our lives. Well, not if you use this product, you won't, because the heart muscle can heal.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so this is the main ingredient, water and polycosanol. So polycosanol, where is getting from, obtained?
Well, it's commercially available as a nanoemulsion, so it needs to be a particular mixture of it's a series of food alcohols. Polycosanol is a family of food alcohols, and it needs to have the particular mixture, correct? And that's available commercially. They were buying it from China. I think they're now sourcing it in Europe. Not that it matters very much, other than political issues. And then there are, as I said, there are other ingredients in it to stabilize it, to make it water soluble, and so on. But the core ingredient is this little particle of polycosanol that's water soluble. It's pretty tricky. It's hard to achieve, but Dr. Raghavan solved the puzzle. He's an organic chemist, worked in the pharmaceutical industry for many years, and he knows his subject very, very well. So it's his gift to humanity.
So, Richard, something else which is very, very interesting. The dimension of the particles of nanosoma products are very, very slow. It's obtained with nanotechnology, but this time using good purposes. So the dimension of the particles is 60 nanometers. And that's why these particles can enter in the cells. Otherwise, for instance, with common products, they only transit the body. They cannot enter in the cell. And this is also very, very important, I think.
It's essential. I will say that there is this is a natural nanoparticle. There is a small percentage of normal polycosanol, which in fact is in this nano form. And so when we were eating unrefined food, this was kind of whispering to our bodies, and it would help to keep our bodies in optimal health. But of course, we've wandered off track to a degree, and we need to drag it back. So consuming normal polycosanol won't get the result that you get from this product, but it is a natural nanoparticle. It's not a man-made thing, some of which are pretty nasty.
Yes, something else which I think we need to mention for our audience, that the product is approved, is tested by the international forums, but it is not produced by big pharma, because many of us here in Romania and worldwide, we have a point with the big pharma after that they produced the so-called vaccines. So we don't trust them anymore. But these products, Nano Soma, are not produced by big pharma.
Absolutely not. In fact, Nano Soma is produced in a food production facility in Switzerland. It's a food, and you can drink a liter of this a day. It will do you no harm. It's expensive to do that, but it won't hurt you. So it's perfectly safe. It's quite extraordinary, and we go through the processes to ensure that we have the approvals if needed in the countries in which we sell it. So we actually need approvals because the US FDA considers the ingredients to be GRAS, they call it, generally regarded as safe. And so they have no interest in examining it, which is fine. We need approvals in Europe, which we have, in the UK, which we have, in Australia, which we have, and so on. So we get the necessary approvals where needed. But in essence, this is a food, mostly water. So very, very safe.
Absolutely. Another important aspect is that these products has no contraindication and no adverse reactions. So everybody can take it. In the beginning, some people could feel improvements, like myself, very fast, but some others can feel some problems. I mean, they can feel, wow, this product maybe is not so good for me. But actually, this is a phase, a transition phase in the process of rebalancing the body, and they need to be patient, because the products, as I understood, Richard, make free the intelligence of the body, and maybe we have problems that we are not aware of, and the intelligence of the body will go to that problems to solve it first, even if we don't know. And maybe we are going to have a strange feeling that I have some headaches or some problems with my stomach, but it's just the process of rebalancing.
Yeah, so let me expand on that a little.
Please.
Firstly, when you begin to use the spray, it may have a taste for you. It can taste, perhaps the most common, if it has a taste, is bitter. It can also taste soapy or like coconut or even like vomit, which I can imagine would not be very pleasant. But the thing is, these flavors are not about the product. The flavors are there because of the imbalance in your body. And as you use the product, the taste goes away. It becomes just like water. When I first started, it was bitter for me, not significantly so, but a little bitter. And it probably took 6 months for that bitterness to completely disappear. Now it's just like energized water. And for many people, it has no taste when they start. So it's important that people be aware of this, because if it tastes like vomit when they start it, unless they understand, they're likely to throw it away. The second thing is, as you were mentioning, Marvin, some people can experience what I would call a healing crisis. And this is not unusual with natural health products. And as you were saying, it's really the body going through its rebalancing process to deal with whatever is out of whack in your body, out of balance in your body. For some people, this reaction can be quite extreme if they have, lots of health issues. And what I recommend, and I've worked with people to do this, is if you find the 5 sprays once a day is too much, then you can reduce it to one spray a day. And if you find that's still too much, I've worked with people where they have just put a cotton bud in the top of the bottle and dabbed a spot on one wrist and done that for 1 or 2 weeks and then go back to one spray. I've never found anybody who could not handle one dab on their wrist. Now, these are people that are extremely reactive, you understand, to all manner of things. So they just need to start out at a lower level and work their way up. And when people connect with this, you will see we have protocols for getting started. Like if you're over 50, we recommend you use 5 sprays 4 times a day for the first bottle, which will take about a week, and then 5 sprays twice a day for the second bottle, which will take about 2 weeks, and then settle into 5 sprays once a day. But if you have existing health conditions, I recommend that you stay on 5 sprays 4 times a day until those health conditions are resolved. So 5 sprays once a day is a maintenance dose. And if you understand these products, you will use that for the rest of your life because it has such a profound relationship with our biology. So,
yes, I want to mention that if someone use 5 sprays a day of this product, this is the box, you are going to need 2 bottles for 1 month, approximately. But if you use it less, of course, you will use 1 bottle for 3 months or maybe more. So the cost is not so big.
To be clear, people use 5 sprays once a day as a standard, and that will see a bottle last about a month. It's about 30 doses in a bottle. So 1 bottle, if you're using 5 sprays once a day, once you get established, works out at about a bottle a month. It's pretty close.
Yeah, indeed. And as I understood, after 1 month, let's say, after the problems get better, you may use only once a day.
Yes, 5 sprays once a day. Once you get balance back.
Yeah, and because I spoke about the costs, I can say that 1 bottle is $57. But if someone wants to buy, let's say, 3, there is how do you say, a reduction of the price.
Yeah, 3 bottles is 10% off. We have volume break 3, 12, 4, and 6 bottles, and we have people that buy in packs. And they may buy it for their family. They may buy in bulk to get the discount, so they get the price down for themselves. That's all fine. And so your customers won't be buying it off the US store, which is what the $57 applies to. They will be buying the euro price off the European store. So we have stores across the world, and in Romania you would buy from the European store. And that link is available from the iwantmyhealthback.com website.
We have actually for Romania a link for orders with people they can get a reduction. So the link is this that you are seeing on the screen, iwantmyhealthback.com/mt. And I wanted to ask you, this product is useful for the person that confront with tumors, carcinoma, cancer.
We don't get into that territory, but I would say to you that we have many people who have had various forms of cancer who have seen complete recovery using this product.
Excellent. So on the screen, you can see this site where just a second to stop the screen here. You can see there are 2 buttons in the middle. In the right is learn more. This is for information. And if you click there, you go to a lot of studies or the products or many others and testimonials. And when you click on the left side, shop now, you can find the products with prices and discount and everything. Magic Dichol. And as we said, there are three types of products. In this image, you can see very well. It is spray, it is gel, and it is cream. And with this link on the bottom of the screen, you can make orders for Romania. Okay, so here we see the products with the prices. Indeed, they are very efficient. I experienced myself each of them. And you may put it a bit faster, yes, because people which are interested, they are going to see. And now I want to mention that there are some scientific studies, and I'm going to ask the technical team to show, for instance, the studies that shows that meta dichols with the dichol is extremely efficient, highly efficient to get our cellular receptors back. And we have a study, just in a short view, if we can put it on the screen, researchgate.net. You have it on our chat, Bogdan. We have it on our chat. Researchgate.net. It is a study with the title Meta Dichol is a nanolipid emulsion that expresses all 48 nuclear receptors in stem and somatic cells. It is a scientific study. And then there is another study regarding the activation of D vitamin. As I said, it's essential for the immune system. And we also have scientific research here, and another study regarding the C vitamin, and we have links to everything. So if Bogdan, if you can find on our chat these links, it's useful to show to the people that everything is backed by very elaborated scientific studies.
Yes, it is. For clarity, the name metadichol is the development name for nanosoma. So metadichol is nanosoma. It's the same thing. But metadichol was Dr. Raghavan's development name for the product. And yes, there we go. There's an example. So you see Dr. Raghavan there, who's the developer of these extraordinary products.
Yes, and everybody can open the study.
Yes.
It's an academic study, and everything was tested and demonstrated with proofs. It's very important. The nuclear receptors is essential for a good functioning of our body.
Well, it's that you can create, or if you take fibroblast cells, which is a cell in our bodies, which, most of the time doesn't seem to do much. Nobody really understood what they were there for. The fibroblast cells don't have the nuclear receptors in them that other cells do. But if you put fibroblast cells, you put some nanosoma with the fibroblast cells, suddenly they express all of the nuclear receptors that weren't there before. And when you can create the nuclear receptors, it is the nuclear receptors that actually produce our genes. So this product enables the body to produce a replica of the human genome, which means it can actually trigger the correction of our genetic code. It is that profound.
Yes, and as we said in the beginning, these products can help the body to eliminate the toxins and even the viruses, the pesticide, herbicide, parasites, and heavy metals. So, because the body knows what it has to do, and that's why we'll eliminate everything is bad, what is bad. We only have to give this energy to the body and this information with this kind of products that will go deeply in the intimacy of these processes.
It's exactly right. It's exactly what happens.
Yes. So I think we showed the other study with vitamin D and vitamin C. With vitamin C, yes, there is a link here. Well, I will not go into more details now, but everybody who can visit the site, I want my health back, and with this link here, can get information and can order products. You can see a lot of testimonials. Yes, this is the study with vitamin C, and there are a lot of hundreds of testimonials, people that were using these products and they felt, some people in a few days, some people in few weeks, and others in few months. There are people that are using for years, this kind of products, and they are extremely satisfied. And now, I don't know, maybe we can tell something about the technical issues. So if you take more of these products, you can have a discount. And maybe with in Romanian money, with 500 lei, you can take 3 bottles, and that will be enough for, let's say, 3 months or 2 months, and you can find with 500 lei what the effects are of this product. I think it's worth the experience, and when you use this product and when you visit the site, you can see what other people felt. And I told you, dear Romanians, I wouldn't do this show if I didn't experienced myself and I felt the effects. I'm not interested in making promotion of products. This is not my field, is not my type. But I think it's a chance for many of you that you confront with illness or even to maintain the health condition. It's a chance to experiment this kind of products. So, Richard, please add some more information if you feel, if you want, about what the people are interested they can experience.
Yes, I think one of the things to be aware of is when you order the product, you will receive a link to a video, which unfortunately is in English at this time. We are planning to put subtitles on it in many languages. I'm not sure how far along that project is, but it's me talking, and I only speak English. It's important. I recommend that you watch that video so you understand. A beautiful story of that dog, amazing recovery. Had an old dog, almost no hair because of the treatment that had been happening. Look at it, I don't know, a couple of months later, it's got all its hair back. It's unbelievable. Works beautifully with animals, I might say. Many people use it with their pets.
So it's the same procedure. I mean, you spray on the skin or maybe in the mouth?
Well, in the mouth can be in their water, on their food, or, with cats and dogs, you can spray it on their paws. They will lick it off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very interesting. And I use the product by spraying in my eyes,
Yes,
or in the nose or in the ears.
it's perfect.
Depends. Everybody where has the problems.
Yeah, yeah.
It's completely unproblematic. I mean, you don't have to think that what is going to happen if I spray in my eyes. No, there is absolutely no problem.
No, there isn't. It'll sting a little bit, but it's perfectly safe. And there have been many eye issues resolved with these products.
Yes, indeed.
So, Marvin, I suspect that's probably enough for today. I'm very, very happy to come back. Again, if you have some feedback from your audience who have a bunch of questions and so I'm very happy to come back and revisit some of this, fill out some areas we didn't cover today.
Yes, thank you very much, Richard. I think it was a very good insight of a start point for Romanian public, and I launched this recommendation for everybody to make a try to experience these products because you are going to have very big and pleasant surprises. So thank you very much, Richard. It was a pleasure to talk with you. And of course, if people are going to be interested, we can do another show or even many to respond to questions.
Perfect.
Okay.
Well,
Thank you very much. God bless you and see you next time.
and you, sir. Thank you.